love me? Do you need me?
So the first thing that I like to do when I start my makeup is I like to apply a concealer for my eyeshadow base, and this is Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in Light. And then I just like to take a translucent powder and go over the top of that concealer just to further blend the eyeshadows I'm about to put on. For the crease, I'm using Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear, and I'm applying that with the e.l.f. It's a e.l.f. blending eye brush. And yeah, I'm just applying that, buffing it into my crease. And then I'm taking the e.l.f. eye crease brush, and I'm using Smoke Shadow from the Tartelette in Bloom palette just to deepen up that outer crease, and blending it out with the Anastasia blending brush that comes in her eyeshadow palettes. And then for my lid, I'm using Anaconda, which is a shade from Anastasia, and I wet my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus. And then just applying a little bit more Cocoa Bear in the crease. And adding a little bit more Smoke Shadow with my Morphe M433 brush, just to deepen it up just a little bit more. For my brow bone highlight, I used Becca's Opal, and just blending it out with the same, it's actually not the same brush, it's a clean brush. It's the same Anastasia brush though. And I'm taking a little bit more Anaconda, this time I'm applying it dry. And for my foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Vanilla, and I'm just putting that on with the Sigma F60 brush and blending it out with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge.
Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you need me?
For concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Light, and I'm just applying that under my eyes, my Cupid's bow, chin, nose, and forehead, and a little bit on the sides of my mouth as well. And again, just blending it out with the same Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. If you haven't tried this concealer, I would definitely give it a try. It has coconut water in it, which is good for hydration for the skin. I recommend this to everybody that asks me what's a good concealer, and I really like it. I think I'm going to repurchase it. It's actually, MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer was my favorite for a really long time, but ever since I started using this one, I don't know, I really like it. It's really full coverage too. And using the same Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, I'm baking with the Coty translucent powder in extra translucent, and I'm just putting that in all the places that I applied my concealer.
Do you love me? Do you love me?
And buffing that away with the Real Techniques foundation brush, or the contour brush, I'm sorry. I actually don't use it for contour. I normally use it for baking and brushing away powders and highlighting and stuff like that. I really like it for this. And when I brush away my translucent powder, I put a little bit of face powder on my brush, just so I feel that when I take pictures and stuff, it's not too, I don't get too much flashback. And then I'm just applying a little bit of Smoke Shadow to the lower lash line and blending it out with a little bit of Cocoa Bear. And for my top lashes, I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm applying the Ardell 600 lashes, which I applied off camera just because it's quite hard for me to put on. And I'm just going in with a little bit more eyeliner. I use the Maybelline Gel Studio eyeliner in Blackest Black, and the MAC Giga Black Lash for my lower lash line, for my lower lash mascara. contouring with my Anastasia contour kit.
Do you want me? Do you love me?
And I'm baking along the contour just to give it a little bit of a crisp line. And I'm using the same translucent powder and the same beauty sponge. And I'm just buffing that away with my Sigma F50 stippling brush. And applying a little bit more Becca's Opal for the brow bone, just because I feel that some of it got lost. For blush, I'm using the MAC Melba blush, and I'm applying that with my BH Cosmetics #1 brush. For highlight, I'm using the Anastasia New Glow Kit. I mixed Hot Sand and Golden Dawn with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, just applying that to the highest points of my cheekbones, above my eyebrow, the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin as well. Just blending that in. I felt that this was kind of hard to blend in. I really love the pigmentation though. I mean, look at that highlight. That is gorgeous. So for my lips, I'm using MAC Soar Lip Liner, and I'm going to be going in with Salem liquid lipstick from Lime Crime. I like to do a light lip liner when I apply a dark lipstick, just because I feel that it helps me not overdraw them too much. And that's the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching.